Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit more shorter-term technical analysis on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets because, guys, I want to talk about this run-up that Bitcoin has executed on here over the last several hours. As you can see, ever since about midnight last night, Bitcoin has been rallying from $10,000, and we actually broke all the way up here to $10,374 about half an hour before I'm recording this video. Now, if you'll notice, the volume is very, very low for this to be considered the breakout, but it's very possible this could turn into something else, so I want to go ahead and do some analysis on that and determine whether or not Bitcoin's about to have a larger bullish breakout of this consolidation pattern that we've been looking at here for the last couple of days. Because if Bitcoin can break bullish out of this pattern and start moving up towards new highs, start breaking $10,500, for example, maybe $11,000, then maybe Bitcoin could come up here and test this downtrend of resistance. And if it could do that, then maybe it could break it. You guys know how the kind of domino effect starts snowballing the market when Bitcoin starts moving in a certain direction, so this could be a crucial decision point. We're going to be doing some analysis on this today, so if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you smash that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and also join the notification squad by hitting that notification bell. Anyway, guys, without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Of course, Bitcoin has been in this much longer term pattern for the last 2 months or so. As we know, Bitcoin had a major run up starting on February the 8th all the way up until the 27th of June. Bitcoin rallied 320% during that time. It was about 140 days. And from there, Bitcoin's been in a bit of a pullback. Of course, when we were running up here, everybody was like, Jeb, should I buy? Jeb, should I buy? Jeb, should I buy? And I was like, guys, there's got to be a pullback here eventually. Of course, when you have this much exuberance, it's very hard to call exactly where the top would be. But during all of this, I was very concerned. I remember we were actually live streaming when we hit the top here, and people right before we hit the top were saying, Jeb, I want to go 100x long. And I'm like, I really don't think that's a good idea. Because of course, guys, what goes up must come down. And Bitcoin went down in this consolidation pattern right here, which is very healthy for the market. There's nothing wrong with what we've been doing here for the last 2 months. It did seem like for a little while that we were going to break bearish, and honestly, the technicals are still pointing to that. But here in the short term, perhaps we're going to break bullish and then break a bearish a little bit later, or maybe the technicals are in the process of changing as a result of changing fundamental forces in the market. Nevertheless, Bitcoin has been in this pattern for quite some time, and as it's fallen from around $12,000, it has moved into a shorter term consolidation pattern. As you can see, we had this rising wedge, it fell over, and we're now in this shorter term consolidation pattern, which is utilizing this longer term uptrend that Bitcoin is above and this shorter term downtrend, which Bitcoin, as of an hour ago, was below. But if we zoom in here to the 15-minute chart, you can see very clearly that Bitcoin has most definitely broken this downtrend. There's really no way that we can start redefining this downtrend to encapsulate this movement without this top over here just being ignored. So I guess you could do this, but you'd have to be throwing away this as one of the tops of the consolidation pattern. If you do that, then fine, we haven't broken out yet. And to be fair, if you continue to draw like this, Bitcoin really hasn't broken out yet either, because if you know anything about breakouts, you will know that volume is a very, very important indicator, which is why I felt comfortable making this video, because we haven't seen a proper breakout yet, but there's indication that we may see one relatively soon. You guys can see there has been a small green candlestick here, but certainly nothing indicative of a major rally forming in Bitcoin or anything. But that doesn't mean this can't grow into something. If we look down here on the 5-minute chart, we can see that Bitcoin rallied all the way up here with a little bit of exuberance and has come down and started to test this downtrend of resistance if you draw this downtrend almost exactly the way it should be. With that in mind, should Bitcoin be able to bounce from here and then come back and test this high that it made just a little while ago and break above it, that could end up being a very bullish sign. But what do the technicals say? Is that what is actually going to happen, or are we just going to see Bitcoin fall back through and go bearish like I personally believe it will end up doing in the next week or two, even if it doesn't do it now? Well, if we look at the technical indicators, we're going to see that they're mixed. Okay, Bitcoin's MACD is definitely bullish right now, and it definitely is diverging bullish. Of course, you would expect that considering we just had a big breakout, and MACD is a relatively short-term indicator using 12 and 26 moving averages to calculate it. We're also back up above the 0 level on at least the MACD line at the time of recording this video. Moving out to longer-term time frames, you can see something really interesting was going on with the MACD here over the last 36 hours or so. We can see MACD was basically just turning into a sideways line. There was nothing going on here, but now that we've had this little breakout, MACD has started to become a little bit more bullish. And interestingly enough, if we look at the RSI here on the 4-hourly chart, we're going to see that there's an uptrend here on the RSI, and there's also a downtrend here on the RSI right there. This makes a consolidation pattern on the RSI, and a lot of times you will see a breakout of this in a very similar way that you'll see a breakout on the chart, but normally there has to be some kind of catalyst on the chart as well. A lot of times you will see a breakout like that, and actually we can redraw this and draw a shorter term downtrend just like this, and we see that Bitcoin is currently in the process of testing and potentially breaking bullish out of this consolidation pattern on the 4-hourly RSI. That's really interesting. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. If this can break bullish and the chart can break bullish, this may give it the little kick in the pants that it needs to get back up above $10,400, $10,500, and maybe we could get some bullish exuberance from there. One last thing I want to mention on the daily chart, and then we're going to move on, is that Bitcoin's MACD has bottomed out here on the RSI over the last couple of months at the 40 level. And the reason that's interesting is because you see this happen a lot when Bitcoin is still in uptrends. When it goes into a downtrend, Bitcoin is below the 40 level. And the reason that's so important, guys, is because as I talk about a lot here on the channel, Bitcoin has yet to dive below the 20 exponential moving average on the weekly chart. If it would, then Bitcoin would be in a downtrend. Right now, Bitcoin is still in healthy consolidation. So the fact that Bitcoin is not broken below 40, or actually 42, you know, the answer to the life, universe, and everything number, is actually indicative that Bitcoin is still in a correction, not in a downtrend, and that we have literally nothing to worry about right now. But there is a signal on this I want to point out. Please direct your attention while keeping all hands and feet inside the vehicle over to the 2018 bear market. As you guys can see, Bitcoin pulled back to $6,000 time after time after time. Again, we fell down here once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blah, 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 blah. Over 10 times Bitcoin fell down to this level. If you guys are in CT2A and you've watched the gauging of the strength of support and resistance video, then you'll know that the more times you test a level of support or resistance, the more times it's likely to be broken. And that's true on the RSI also, guys. Bitcoin has come down and tested this 42 level on the RSI many, many times as of late. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6, 7 times, give or take. I mean, it's not exact because the RSI is a relatively low resolution indicator out on the daily chart. The point is, though, guys, Bitcoin is bottoming out against this level, and it very well may break it. If it does break it, that would probably drive Bitcoin bearish and push it through this uptrend of support right here on the chart, this blue one, and push Bitcoin down to the 20 exponential moving average. And guys, last but not least, we also have a bearish cross on the weekly chart coming tomorrow. That is going to be bad news bears because everybody's going to be talking about it. I guarantee you tomorrow, every single YouTuber is going to be making a video about this, and to be fair, I'm probably going to be one of them. It's not the end of the world to see this happen, but it is not necessarily what you want to see happen when you're trying to see Bitcoin move into a new bull market. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. If you look back on history, Bitcoin does this sometimes during bull markets. We did it right there. We had kind of a cross down here, and then we went bullish. We had some bearish crosses down here. Just because you see a weekly bearish cross on the MACD does not mean the bull market is over, but it isn't necessarily a good sign, you know. So guys, with all of that analysis, where does that leave Bitcoin, and where does that leave us? Well, guys, Bitcoin might have a bullish breakout here, but I'm not really convinced it's going to turn into a whole lot. I think Bitcoin's probably going to fall back down into this pattern. That's interesting. Let's look here at the minute chart. Let me see what my goons in the other room are doing. Okay, it looks like Bitcoin's falling through a little bit right now. Funny timing on that. Anyway, I kind of have a feeling that Bitcoin's going to fall back through this and not have a proper breakout right now. If it does, it will probably come later in the day when there's more people on exchange and there's more volume in the books. For right now, though, guys, I don't really expect a whole lot to happen with this. I mean, this is one of those things where if Bitcoin was going to break bullish here, it probably would have done it in one felt swoop. It probably wouldn't have dilly-dallied around here and start pulling back to $10,238 like it is right now. I mean, this just does not look like it's about to go higher. I mean, up until literally 3 minutes ago when I'm recording this video, you could have argued that this was a bull flag, but Bitcoin's already broken bearish out of that. So I'm not really feeling too confident on the market. You guys know that I predicted bearishness in yesterday's video, and until I'm proven wrong, I'm going to stand by that prediction because I still think the long-term technicals agree with it despite everything we've talked about in today's video. So guys, no matter what happens, we should know which direction Bitcoin is going to break within the next 2 days. As you can see, it is the 25th. This ends later on in the 27th. So Bitcoin should have either a bullish or a bearish breakout within the next 2 days. So keep your eyes peeled for that. A lot of times big movements will happen on Monday, so it very well may happen tomorrow. If it does, we will keep you guys up to date with that here on the channel, and hopefully we'll do a live stream on Monday as well. Anyway, guys, I want you to tell me in the comments section down below what you thought of today's analysis and where you think Bitcoin is going. Do you think Bitcoin is going to have a bullish breakout of this? It's still very possible, guys. I just don't think it's what's most likely. And also tell me in the comments if you're accumulating Bitcoin at these levels. I want to hear if you guys are starting to buy up a large sum of Bitcoin, or maybe you start dollar cost averaging down here around $10,000. I remember Bitcoin, oh wow, a long time ago, Bitcoin going to $10,000 was wow, this spectacular thing. And then after that, Bitcoin going to $10,000 was like, oh crap, that sucks. And then again, earlier this year, Bitcoin going to $10,000 was, yay, that's amazing. And now Bitcoin going to $10,000 sucks again. It's really funny how those things can change as the market moves. So tell me in the comment section down below if you guys are accumulating Bitcoin up here. Anyway, guys, before we wrap the video up, I do want to remind you that we are running the sale on the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. The coupon code August 2019 is a $40 off coupon code that you can apply at checkout. You get $40 off the course price, and you will be only charged $159 to learn basically everything you need to know about technical analysis. There are 3 new videos coming on Monday, and maybe 4. I may do one more video today, although today is the day of rest. But there are already 3 that are edited, recorded, and everything completely ready to go up in CT2A on Monday. Now, 2 of those are recreations and revamps of videos that are already here, and one of them is a brand new video that you guys are going to love. I think there's a lot of good value in it. It's going to be the first video here in the technical indicators portion of the academy. Guys, if you're trying to do technical analysis in these markets, if you're trying to learn how to trade and invest in these markets, it's so important that you know how to read the market. If you want to learn how to do that, the link in the description down below will take you to a page where you can learn all about CT2A, and I know you guys are going to enjoy it if you join. If you have any hesitations, feel free to join the Discord server down below. You can talk to one of our 820 members and see what they think of CT2A and see why they all love it. I see that happen all the time, and I see nothing but praise coming from them. That's not me marketing. I'm not paying them to say that. They say that because they enjoy the product that they purchased. Guys, if you have any questions at all, feel free to message me on Discord or shoot me an email at cryptojeb@gmail.com. And also remember, there is a 14-day refund guarantee. If you watch less than 30% of the course material, which I think is fair, I don't want you guys watching the entire course and wanting a refund, then you can shoot me an email and I will give you your money back, no questions asked. So you've really got nothing to lose. You basically got a free trial with that refund policy. You can pretty much use it that way. You have basically infinite testimony in the Discord server if you want to go and talk to people and see what they think of CT2A. And you're going to get a great product for a very, very good price, guys. There are courses in the cryptocurrency space that go for over $1,000 and they teach as much or less than we do in CT2A. I don't want to do that to you. I'm not out here to make $1 billion off of you. I'm out here to teach you guys how to work in these markets while also being able to fund the YouTube channel here and all of the business expenses that come along with it. So guys, if you want to learn technical analysis while supporting the channel while you're at it, the link is in the description down below, and so too is the $40 off coupon code. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Remember, that coupon code does expire at midnight tomorrow. So if you want to get in CT2A, you are on a limited time frame. But anyway, guys, like I said, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I do want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.